Okay, friends, now what we are going to do is create a math story, and it is going to have ants, bees, and the last character is going to be a bird. So these animals are all going to hang out in a garden, and we're going to see what happens in the story. So listen carefully and see if you can figure out the answer to my math story. Once upon a time, there were 3 bees buzzing around the flowers in the garden, and 2 ants marched up to see what they were doing. How many bugs were in my garden altogether? Let's figure it out. If we had 3 bees plus, how many ants did we say? 2 ants. There were how many bugs altogether in my garden? Let's count them and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 bugs in my garden. But oh no, they're all playing and having fun until a big, scary bird flew in. The bird flew around and around and scared away 1 bee and 1 ant. Oh my goodness, friends. Let's figure out how many bugs I have now. So we said before that bird came that there were 5 bugs in my garden. But are there 5 bugs now? No, there are not. So we need to make a new number sentence. We're going to make it up here at the top. So now I began with 5 bugs. But when the bird came in, I took 1 ant and 1 bee away. So I took 2 bugs away. So we have to take away 2. So 5 take away or minus 2 equals how many bugs are left in my garden? Can you count them for me? 1, 2, 3. That's right, 3 bugs. So if there were 5 bugs and we take away 2, now we have 3. The next day in the sunny garden, there were 5 bees flying around happily, pollinating the flowers in the garden. So we're going to write their 5 down here. And there were some ants marching along, and they heard a buzzing, so they decided to join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 ants that decided to join. So now we have the same amount of each. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bees in the garden and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ants in the garden. How many bugs do you think are in the garden all together? Do you know what 5 plus 5 is? Let's see. If you said 10, you were right. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bugs in the garden. So, we are going to start off with 10 bugs in our garden. Alright, so let's erase this number sentence. And we are going to start off with 10 now because we just figured out there were 10 bugs in our garden. So there were 10 bugs in the garden, playing with their friends, when suddenly that big, scary bird swooped in and he started peck, 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 pecking all of the bumblebees. And he pecked away. Let's count how many he pecked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bumblebees. He pecked 5 bumblebees until they left the flowers. So that means there are only ants left in the garden. So if there were 10 bugs to begin with and we take away or minus 5, how many bugs are left in the garden? Let's count them and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 bugs left in the garden. After having so much fun with his friends the day before, one little ant came back to the garden to explore. But he was all alone, so he called out, "Friends, where are you?" And 1, 2, 3 bees flew in. So we have 1 ant plus 3 bees. How many bugs are in our garden now? Did you guess 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. There are 4 bugs in our garden now. But I hear the flapping wings of that bird. And he's going to scare some people away. All right, let's see what happens. Here he comes. Caw! 1, caw! 2, caw! 3, caw! 4. And that bird decided he was going to sit in the garden. He scared away all 4 bugs. So if we had 4 bugs in the garden and we take away 4, how many bugs are left in our garden? 0. That's right. There are 0 bugs left in our garden. All right, friends, you just heard 3 different stories about how some ants and bees were playing in a garden, and this bird kept flying in and interrupting their play. I want you to make up a math story in your imagination today. So think, what math story could you make up? You can use stuffed animals at your house, like my bird. You can use whatever toys you have at your house to come up with a math story. And you only need to make one, so I want you to think and use your imagination and make a math story. And once you've made your math story, you can ask a grown-up to help you write the numbers if you can't write them yourself. And then take a picture and send it to me. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.